Welcome once again to my channel. Now let's look at this tricky question here on the board. Using the substitution p is equal to 1 over x and q is equal to 1 over y, we have to solve the simultaneous equation 1 over x minus 5 over y equal to 7, and then 2 over x plus 1 over y equal to 3. That is the equation 2. So we have two equations here. Remember, why anytime you're solving two equations at a time, or so are looking for the value of two unknowns at the same time, it means you're solving that equation simultaneously because you're looking for two unknowns or two variables. You get? So in this question we have x and y, but we have a substitution to make. Using the substitution, because of that particular statement, that means we are going to apply a lot of substitution in this particular question. You get a lot. Now, this is the solution to this problem. We have two equations here. We have 1 over x minus 5 over y equal to 7. This will be our equation 1. And we have 2 over x plus 1 over y equal to 3. And this is our equation 2. Alright, this is our equation 2. Now, we have a substitution to make. We know that p is equal to 1 over x and q is equal to 1 over y. Now, if p is equal to 1 over x and you're seeing 1 over x here, that means directly here is p. Because the first thing we are going to do is to clear out these fractions. That's the first thing we are going to do. So, if p is equal to 1 over x and you're seeing 1 over x here, that means we have gotten p already. Now, let's come here. 5 over y. We know that q is equal to 1 over y. But here, we are saying 5 over y. So, we cannot just put q here because q is 1 over y, not 5 over y. But we have to do something. You get? We have to do something. So, if we have 5 over y here, and we know that q is equal to 1 over y. What if I multiply here by 5? If I multiply q by 5, I'll have 5q equal to, I'll still multiply here by 5 all over y. Because 1 times 5 is 5 all over y. So it means if I multiply both sides here by 5, I also multiply here by 5. So in place, since we have gotten 5 over y here, we see that 5q is equivalent to 5 over y. So here will be what? 5q to be equal to 7. This becomes the equation we are going to work with. And then we have the second one, 2 over x. 2 over x. If 1 over x is equal to p, you know that if I multiply both sides by 2, multiply here by 2. 2 times p will give me 2p to be equal to 2 times 1 is 2 all over x. So which means 2p is equivalent to 2 all over x also. So here will be what? 2p. Now I have 1 over y. And we know that 1 over y is the same thing as q. Because from the statement we know that q is equal to what? 1 over y. So here will be what? Plus q equal to 3. This becomes our equation 2. Now at this point now, we have made this substitution now. What we are going to do is we can use any method of our choice to solve this. Either elimination method, substitution method, or the graphical method. You can use it to solve them. You get? So that's it. Now let's solve it. I will say using the substitution method. Using the substitution method, I would say, let me start from any equation. So I can say from equation 1. From equation 1, I will make p the subject. P will be equal to 7, negative 5q or minus 5q will cross over to give me a positive 5q. This becomes my equation 3. So I will now say substitute equation 3 into equation 2. What that means is I will replace P with 7 plus 5Q in equation 2. So I'm going to do a simple substitution at that particular point. Now let's continue. Let me clear this out so we can have more space. Oh yes. Now doing this now, I'm going to have into equation 2. I'm going to have 2. Remember, equation 2 is 2p. So anywhere I see p, I'll replace it with what? 7 plus 5q. So 2 into 7 plus 5q plus q equal to 3. So 2 times 7 will give me 14. 2 times 5 will give me plus 10q plus q equal to 3. Now this will give me 14 plus 10. 10q plus q will give me 11q equal to 3. Now 11q, I'll subtract 14 from both sides, will give me 3 minus 14. And then, sorry, 2 times 7 is 14, 10q, 11, 11q. Alright, so this will give me 3 minus 14. And 3 minus 14 is minus 11. Yes, so divide both sides by 11, divide both sides by 11, or divide both sides by the coefficient of q, which is 11. 11 will cancel out, and this will imply that q will be equal to minus 11 divided by 11 is equal to minus 1. You get, so that substitution gave me the value of q to be what? Minus 1. Now let's still proceed. Let's proceed. I've gotten q to be what? Minus 1. So if I need the value of p now, I will kindly substitute q, which is minus 1, into equation 2. You can substitute into any equation. You can take into equation 2 or 3. But by substituting this value into equation 2, anywhere I see q, I'll replace it with what? Minus 1. So this will give me 2p, 2p in place of q minus 1 equal to 3. So I'll add 1 to both sides. So I'll have 2p to be equal to minus 1 will cross over to give me positive 4, because 3 plus 1 is 4. So I'll divide both sides by 2 so I can have the value of p. So this will imply that p is equal to 4 divided by 2 is 2. So the value of p is what? 2, while the value of q is what? Minus 1. So I can say therefore p is equal to 2 and q is equal to minus 1. Some students will stop here, but if you stop here, you're actually wrong, because you are not looking for the value of p and q. You're looking for the value of what? X and y. So you still need to complete your work by making some suitable substitution again in order to arrive at your final destination. You get? Alright, so if p is equal to 2 and q is equal to minus 1, what you are going to do is, we know that recall that p is equal to 1 over x and q is equal to 1 over y. Recall that. So if p is equal to 1 over x, p is equal to 1 over x, and I know that p is equal to 2. Remember, p is equal to 1 over x and p is equal to 2 here. So 1 over x is the same thing as 2. Remember, here is over 1. So if you cross multiply, you will see that this will imply that 2x will be equal to 1. So you divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is 2, so that this will imply that x will be equal to what? 1 over 2. Now also recall that q is equal to 1 over y, and we have q to be what? Minus 1. So minus 1 is equal to 1 over y also. Remember that here is also divisible by 1. So cross multiply also, this will imply that minus 1 times y will give me minus y. 1 times 1 is 1. To have the value of y, I'll divide both sides by minus 1. This will imply that y is equal to, minus will divide, y divided by 1 is y, and then I'm dividing both sides by minus 1. So 1 divided by minus 1 is minus 1. So with this now, I can now say, therefore, x is equal to 1 over 2 and y is equal to minus 1. And these are the actual values of x and y that will satisfy this simultaneous equation. As simple as that. You can see it looks confusing and difficult, but I've made it simple. If you find this video interesting, do not hesitate. Make sure you like this video, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I will see you next time. Bye.